Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Vina Febriani, and here I will tell you about short story, The Card by Barry Payne. Follows the differences between Elisa and her husband about the need for a visit card. Elisa's husband realized that they don't have a visit card and passes it on to Elisa. However, Elisa was angry and argued that they did not need it because they rarely visit or were visited by others. And then the husband tried to convince Elisa that the business cards were commonly used by the respectable people. Then they argue about the importance of the visit card. Elisa reveals that their neighbor like misakers never had a visit card, and that Elisa suggests that they follow the custom of mistakers and not use a visit card. However, Elisa's husband remained firm in her establishment that they needed to have a business card as a sign of self-esteem, and then he decided to order 50 business cards for each of them both, as well as 100 cards with the names of both. He believed that the business cards are part of personal dignity and honor. And then after the card he ordered came, after the husband ordered the card and came, he picked some flowers from their garden along with one of the cards and sent it to Elisa's mother. And this even showed that Elisa's mother considered the purchase of the cards not in vain. The cards is not in vain. And then even giving money and food gifts to Elisa. A few weeks later, Elisa's husband was angry because some of the visit card Elisa's used to roll a silk strand, and then she warned Elisa not to defile the visit card because it was to be given to someone else. However, Elisa continued her action. Later, they have a new neighbor, the Popford family, and Elisa's husband argues Elisa to give a visiting card to the Popford families, but Elisa is confused about how many cards to leave behind. Her husband suggests seeking information about the Popford family to a meat seller, of course. And then the next day, Elisa's husband asked Elisa if she had given a visiting card to the Popford family. Elisa revealed that she asked a meat seller and got information about Popford, who was a wife, 2 sisters, and German friend, and then 11 children. And then after that, After that, she felt that it was not possible for Popper to have 11 children if she had just gotten married, and felt strange that the large Popper family home received visits from her family. Elisa admitted she had never visited the house. Elisa's husband was relieved to learn that Elisa was not actually visiting the Popper family. When Elisa took one of the business cards, and then cracked a little on both sides of the card and wrote, I'm sorry. And then when Elisa took one of the business card, cracked a little on both sides of the visit card and rolled a thread on it. He chose not to comment on Elisa's action. And then for the next part is summary. It is domestic humor about the story, because husband and wife fight over printing business card when he call bill gas unpaid. They both have different opinions to make the card. Elisa is of the opinion that having business card is not very important and is only a waste of the money, while they still have call bills. While the husband are of the opinion that we should have business card to be recognized by others, or to get to know each others. And finally, Elisa followed her husband's word. He printed it, but she showed its uselessness. And then we go to the character. We have the character, of course. For the first character is the husband. She is the main character of the story, and then he is firm and maintain the social honor of his family, and then demonstrate a desire to be an authoritative head of the family. And for the second character is Elisa. Elisa is the wife of the main character, of course, and then Elisa do not attack important to things that not usually done, and then Elisa is practical and does not see the norms that run in society. So about the next part is moral value. For the number one, the moral value about the story is the importance of communication. Like this story highlight the importance of effective communication between husband. For example, like about visit card can be resolved through better communication by understanding each other. And then number two, respect the option of others. This story emphasize emphasize respecting and considering the opinion of others. For example, like Elisa's different opinions about the need for business cards were ignored by her husband, causing tensions between them. And then the next part is favorite character. Okay, for the favorite character, me and my team and our group agreed to choose the husband as our favorite character because the husband. About the name we do not know, and the husband is an arrogant and overbearing fool, like he thinks that he is right in everything. But is consistently proven wrong by his patient wife. And I think it is sometimes funny to think of him. But even though uh, he or the husband can be a stubborn kind of person, he also cared about his family dignity. And then we can see from the passage that he wants the card because many people have it. And for the new vocab is first colon or visit, or Indonesian is kunjungan, and self reply, and then self respect, or in Indonesian is harga diri, and then apron in Indonesian is celemek, and then plainly in Indonesian is dengan jelas. And then for the last part is conclusion. Of course, the conclusion, the story is one part of a book entitled Elisa, written by Barry Payne, and first published in 1094. And there are many parts of the story, although entitled Elisa, but the book has the main point of view of the husband, whose name is never mentioned. And I don't know, this book is quite popular categories as comedy books. And that's all. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.